The Boxcar Children, Mike's Mystery, based on the book by Gertrude Chandler Wern. It all changed, said Violet. The Aldens were visiting Aunt Jane. Her house was once on a big ranch. Now it was by a big town. The mine has brought so many people to Yellow Sands, says Jessie. Let's explore, said Benny. Henry, Jessie, and Violet and Benny loved to explore. The children had once lived in a boxcar. At the time, they did not have a home, but they did have many adventures. Then Grandfather found them. Now they have a real home. They still have many adventures. It did not take long to find their first surprise. Benny saw someone he knew. This is my old friend, Mike Wood, Benny said. Hey, I'm not old, Mike said. We are the same age. Henry and Jessie knew Mike. They also knew how much Mike and Benny liked to argue. Mike's brother worked at the mine. That was why Mike's family had moved to Yellow Sands. I know everyone around here, said Mike. See, that's me in the paper. Oh yeah, said Benny. Who is that in the funny hat? Mike had never seen that man before. That man is a stranger, said Mike. He does not count. Does too, said Benny. The two argued all the way to Mike's house. Mike's mother knew what to do. She set 4 pies on the table. Mike and Benny could not argue with full mouths. Miss Wood, you should be a baker, Violet said. I love to make pies for my neighbors, said Miss Wood. But the only jobs here are with the mine. I do laundry for the workers. As soon as the children were done eating, Mike and Benny started up again. I bet Watch is faster than Spotty, said Benny. No way, said Mike. Spotty would win a race. Jessie stopped them. They've had enough excitement for one day, she said. But there would be much more excitement that night. The Aldens heard the news in the morning. There had been a fire. Firefighters put out the flames, but the damages were done. 3 buildings had burned. 2 were buildings for the mine. 1 was Mike's pink house. Spotty ran up. Mike and his mother were with him. They were all safe, but they had lost everything. I cannot work, said Miss Wood, and we do not have any place to live. The Aldens knew what it was like to not have a home. Violet wanted to help, but she did not yet know how. We think the fire was started by a person, said Mr. Carter. He was an investigator. Did you see anything? No, but Spotty did, said Mike. Spotty had barked in the night. He woke them all up to escape the fire. Do you know who might have started the fire? Asked Henry. Mr. Carter shook his head. That is a mystery. Everyone was talking about the fire. I heard the boy in that pink house started it, a woman at the dinner said. She was talking about Mike. Benny marched over. My friend did not start any fire. The woman apologized. She said she had heard this story from a man in a blue hat. Could that be who really started the fire? The children looked all over town. Then they looked at the mine. Not one person was wearing a blue hat. It looks like a dead end, said Mr. Carter. But their trip did give Violet an idea. It might not solve the mystery, but it would help in another way. That night, Violet told Henry, Jessie, and Benny her plan. They would need a little help, so the children called Grandfather. What a wonderful idea, he said. Then the Aldens went to the neighbors. They were glad to help too. The next day, the children had a surprise for Miss Wood. "We want to buy you a big oven," Violet said, "and dishes too." "For your bakery," said Benny. "Bakery," said Miss Wood. "I do not even have a house." But the children had a plan for that as well. "You can stay here," said Violet. "You can sell your pies to the mine workers." The building was not much, but Miss Wood's neighbors helped with that. "It's the least we can do, for all the times you have baked for us." The children had not solved the mystery, but things were getting back to normal. That meant Benny and Mike started to argue again. Finally, they had their race. Spotty and Watch lined up at one end of the field. Henry stood at the other. "Go," he called. Watch was ahead. Then Spotty was ahead. Then they both stopped and started to dig. They found a blue hat and a box of matches. "The man in the hat must know we're looking for him," Henry said. "He must be the one who started the fire." But what did the man look like? Mike had an idea. He had seen the funny-looking hat before in the newspaper. "That is that man in the blue hat," said Mike. "He started the fire." Mr. Carter nodded. "I know this man. He tried to buy the land where yellow sand is. He must have been upset he did not get it." The next night, there was a big party. Mike's family had a new home. Yellow Sands had a new bakery. Miss Wood thanked the Aldens for their help. "I wish we had found the man in the blue hat," said Mike. All of a sudden, Spotty barked. He ran off. When the children caught up, Spotty had chased someone down. It was the man from the photo. "Spotty must have seen him on the night of the fire," said Mike. "That is why he ran after him." Mr. Carter grabbed the man. "Well done," he told the children. "You Aldens sure know how to solve mysteries." The children looked at one another. "We did not do much this time," said Jessie. "It was Mike and Spotty who figured it out." This time, Benny did not argue. They all agreed. It was Mike's mystery. The end.